I got early access to this FrontEnd AI agent and it blew my mind. When they reached out, they claimed that they are better than prototyping tools and generic LLMs at complex front-end tasks. Having been a front-end engineer for most of my early career, I had to dig deeper. The first thing that caught my eye was the benchmarks that they published. Kombai beats generic agents and MCPs and even latest models on real-world front-end tasks. What was cool was that these tests were specific to real-world use cases for front-end tasks like code quality, compilation errors, and feature implementation. So I had to see what they are solving and I signed up for early access, and their output was really good. After I tried their product out, the kind folks at Kombai have agreed to sponsor this video as well. So let's jump in. FrontEnd Dev Problems. If you're a front-end developer, you would most probably be facing these problems. Manually converting designs to HTML, CSS, or React or Next.js is tedious. Making it responsive can take hours of media queries. There are way too many front-end frameworks out there, and they're all scattered. So you're constantly worried of using the wrong framework and getting stuck. Even if you somehow figure out all of this correctly, the output might not exactly match the UX design. And to top it all, after the product delivery, when the UX designer sends a new batch of mockups, the previous UI version might go for a complete toss. Having worked as a UI developer myself for more than 5 years, I completely understand these frustrations. And I do feel that front-end developers are quite underrepresented. Front-end vibe coding problems. Now, to be fair, things aren't all that bad in today's age due to vibe coding. Because with vibe coding, you can definitely build things faster. But it's still not great because LLMs still don't really understand the specific UI libraries that you use, like MUI or ShadCN, or even the specific Next.js or React version that you use. The entire vibe coding process still doesn't solve continuous deployment yet. It's hard to build real or rich apps because you're mostly limited to the context window of one thread. And the worst thing is that these LLMs can hallucinate badly, like introducing serious security flaws or even deleting entire backends. Here is how Kombai can help you with these problems. Kombai can be added as an extension to your preferred IDE like Cursor, Windsurf, or VS Code. And because it specifically focuses on front-end dev tasks, it makes a significant difference. To start with, Kombai has an excellent configuration window where right up front you can select all the libraries that you plan to use. Kombai has implemented custom RAG for each of these libraries. If you're using Kombai for an existing project, you can also click on Scan Your Repo and it'll automatically fill all the dropdowns. This is like teaching the LLM what your current stack uses. So honestly, for me, this window actually helped to know what other frameworks are available, because it's sometimes difficult to just stay updated with the ever-changing list of frameworks. Kombai understands all these popular UI libraries out of the box. No additional prompting is needed. You can find out more about the libraries that they support on their website documentation. You can also give Kombai a link to a real-world Figma file, and its built-in deep learning models can code these designs really well. You can build really complex stuff with Kombai. And in between development, you can save the code from a thread after one feature is done and then move to the next feature. Because Kombai does an excellent job of handling changes in threads. So you can keep iterating multiple UI changes until you're happy, then accept all the changes in one shot. Basically like a git commit. More importantly, if you're unhappy with the most recent chain of command, you can switch back to a previous thread, essentially the previous git commit. Honestly, the best feature I found was the fact that you can do a preview of a specific thread, and if you think about it, this is really good. Let's say you start working on a new screen. With vibe coding, you are basically giving the LLM access to keep changing the code. But at this point, you're just experimenting. You're not really sure if you want to go to production with this code. Maybe you might decide to revert it later on. But with Kombai threads, you can confidently keep trying things out and also keep previewing them easily. Maybe a different thread can use a different framework for the same UI screen. You can simply switch threads and keep previewing. And finally, a Kombai thread takes care of the tooling, like resolving the linting errors, runtime errors, or even the compilation errors. So you're delegating much more of your tasks to Kombai. A month ago, before I had access to Kombai, I had VibeCoded an AI therapist app. So naturally, once I got access to Kombai, I tried to rebuild the same app, and honestly the UI I was able to build was much more cleaner and really beautiful. I've been using Kombai for the past 2.5 weeks and it's already replaced my previous VibeCoding workflow, especially for front-end. I highly recommend this tool for complex front-end tasks. You can also try out Kombai for free on any of your favorite AI IDs and let me know in the comments how your experience has been.